Hi, welcome. My name is Oniara and welcome to my channel. I talk all things self mastery, personal development, and just all about my experiences and the tools that I've learned and utilized in my journey in self mastery journey and personal development. And I personally love to grow and to work on myself and to better myself. And so here I go sharing my journey and the things that have worked for me. And I hope they can help you as well. And today I want to talk about how to release shame for wanting support and for needing help, and just to know that we weren't meant to do this alone. We weren't meant to do life alone. And that's what's beautiful about having community and being in union, even in your partnerships and romantic partnerships. It's so important because it's like choosing the people that we are going to be surrounding ourselves, that are really going to specifically be there and remind us of who we are when life gets challenging. And, we're not every day wake up motivated and super excited to do life. And sometimes we really do need reminders to remind us, like, who we are and why we're here and just the things that are possible and that we're capable of. And I think that it's so important to surround ourselves and to acknowledge that it's okay. We're not meant to do life alone, and it's hard to do life alone. And one thing I really invite you to do is just to find a community and find the people that are really there and can just really bring you. And I think life is just a set of reminders that we need, especially when we're going through the challenging times. Like, a lot of the things is not things that we don't know, but it's just that we learn them in a different perspective, and then we're kind of like able to grasp them in our lives and kind of like integrate them. But really releasing that shame of wanting the help, or just the ego, and just acknowledging, like, why are you afraid of asking for help? And is it because you think you know everything, or because you believe that you should know everything, or is it because you believe that you shouldn't be asking for help? Like, it's really digging deeper into, like, what is the belief system that's limiting you from asking for help, or shaming you from asking for help. For me, it was a very egotistical thing where it was like, I don't need your help, I can do this myself, and I don't need anyone to help me through it. And I think that it was a lot of that for me. And to process the shame has been to just accept, like, hey, I understand that I want to know things, and I also have to understand that I don't know everything. And that there is so much wisdom in acknowledging that all we know is that we don't know, and that there's always more to learn, and that there's always room for improvement and room for a different type of perspective that's just going to bring you a different growth. And yeah, just releasing that shame comes with accepting why you're even having that shame and asking for help, and then accepting that it is okay to ask for help, that it is okay to have a community or a set of friends, or a team that helps you through moving through life. Because, like I said, there is challenges, and life is hard, and it can get hard. And just as magical as it can be, and as miraculous and as amazing to make your dreams come true, in a lot of that there is challenges, and in a lot of that there is contrast or suffering. Which suffering, I guess I can define as like the contrast to our desires, which we really need to be even able to identify our desires, right? So it's all there to help us. But that's like a video for later. Right now, in our process to release the shame, to be able to take the step to ask for help, because maybe we know that we need help, or maybe we just know that we want help, It's accepting either that we want help or that we need help, and accepting why maybe we're ashamed of asking for that, or why maybe we think we don't deserve it, or why we're limiting ourselves from asking for that help to move forward. And then it's a reprogramming of the mind and of our beliefs, and realizing like, hey, when I get the help, I better myself. When I get the help, I get to see the blind spots that I'm not able to see myself, because our blind spots, no matter how trainable we are, I'm a coach myself. I can't tell you that I see all my blind spots because I'm not able to. I need someone else to point out the blind spots to me. And that's why I'm so grateful for the community around me, and specifically like my friends and the people that are have the courage to call out in me the things that maybe I can better myself, and the things that maybe I'm limiting myself in. And I'm just grateful for that community. And I know that I've chosen that community, and I've chosen to show up and connect with this community and network with this community, and also share my vulnerability and my humanness with this community, because none of us are perfect, and all of us need help, and all of us are going through our own challenges, and all of us are moving through our own things and our own lessons. And it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to get guidance from other perspectives. At least for me, when I'm going through something challenging in my life, I bring it up to a lot of people in my life so that I can hear the perspective, and I can try to understand, like, how is this happening for me? Like, what is this here to teach me? What am I here to learn through this experience, you know? And you know, I always say we're gonna have to process emotions. We're gonna have to feel our emotions. And if you know that you're having any shame or guilt or pridefulness in asking for help, acknowledge that. And one of my favorite exercises for this stuff, because I'm a very private person when it comes to my intimate feelings and stuff, I can share a lot of stuff from my life. But when it comes to my very private life, or the things that I guess I like to keep private, my favorite exercise to be able to process emotions instead of telling a lot of people, because maybe I'm just not like wanting to do that with a certain particular situation, what I'll do is that I will stand in the mirror. I'll stand in the mirror and I'll look myself in the eyes, and and this is mirror work. And I didn't invent this. This is kind of like everywhere. And as I started practicing, it became a tool for me to be able to process that I love. And it's one of my most used tools when I'm processing specifically very heavy emotions for me. And so what I do is that I come in the mirror, and I tell myself, like, my intention is really to witness myself and what I'm feeling, and to be honest, because a lot of us are suffering because we're not honest with ourselves. And just to be honest, and just to stand in the mirror, and just, for example, if my fear is like getting help, then I'll just say, like, I'm scared of getting help. I'm scared of admitting I'm scared of admitting that I'm wrong. I'm scared of admitting that I have issues or problems. I'm scared of admitting that I have limitations. I'm scared of admitting that I don't know what to do. And then I allow myself to feel what I'm feeling, and a lot of it comes through like crying and stuff. And so and then I'll feel so much better. And then and that's when I'll start feeling much better. That's when I'll start reprogramming my mind and telling myself, like, the things that I think are more empowering and helping me to move forward. And things like getting the help will only elevate me to my next level and bring me the lessons that I need to learn. And when the student ready, the teacher appears, and I'm ready as the student, and I'm ready to learn. And I know that I know nothing, and all I know is that I don't know. And just all these reminders. And I think life is a constant reminder, and I think that is why it's important to have a community, to have people around you that are constantly remind you, because we forget who we are. We forget about our power. We forget that we are able to create our lives, that we are able to make choices. We forget that the challenges are here to show us more about ourselves. We forget that the challenges are here to show us more about the desires that we have. And as we go achieving these desires, matters. We just get to see more of our potential, and then we forget that. We forget that, especially when we have a routine that we follow every day and we don't really get out of it. We forget that. If we don't have a community, we forget that. And so having a community, having the friends, having the people around you that are constantly remind you like of your purpose, what are you here for? And because that's what life is about, having purpose and meaning. And if you don't give purpose and meaning to your life, then that's when it becomes like, what am I doing? Like, what is the point? Because it can get like that. It can feel like that sometimes. And so release the shame for wanting or needing help. It's so normal, it's so human like, and it's so not okay to do life alone. Like, we came to do life in community, in union, and it's okay to want community, to want connection. It's human to want connection. So acknowledge what you feel and then do the work to feel, and then reprogram yourself to remind yourself of the empowering beliefs that you want. That was a lot. Not really, but I love you, and I hope you have a magical rest of your day at whatever time you're watching this. And remember to subscribe, like, or share.